So will Jay, and so will the Hop. At the end of the show, we're all going to wear feathers. If you're okay with that.
I'm okay with it.
Excellent. I think we'll look good. Like I said, I haven't broken these out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is September 19th, 2017. We are here. We are just a few days away from the biggest events of the entire year in independent wrestling, in these parts anyway, Dieselmania 2. Hollywood J. Williams over here, Dangerous Dan, RJ Tooth, once again, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Jay. It's a pleasure to be back with you guys.
Definitely. Welcome to East Haven. And here we have a man gracing our presence, a legend.
Wait, Hollywood, let's not get crazy about legend. I'm what they call a never was, a has been, a wannabe, but it's great to be here on this squared circle with Dangerous Dan, Hollywood J, and my broadcast partner, RJ Tooth. Hello to everybody out there in ETV and YouTube. Here we are, squared circle. It doesn't get any better than that, Jay.
That's right. This is Big Daddy, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hold on, Hollywood. Let's get it straight now. Let's start off here on the right foot. I am the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is.
Always.
Thank you, Jay.
Except to the FCC.
Well, don't get me started on the FCC. I'll come back here. I'll kick your ass. I'll throw them off the air. I got Dangerous Dan here. I got Hollywood. I got RJ. I don't care about the FCC. I'm on a squared circle now.
Sorry.
RJ, you had to get me
Sorry,
wound up
guys.
and you had to get me crazy here on a squared
How
circle.
many pots of coffee did you have?
Listen, I cannot divulge my personal information. I know one thing with you guys. I've been a fan of the Squared Circle for many years. You guys are here at ETV, Hollywood, Dangerous One, RJ. You guys are busier than a blow-up doll at a frat party.
We're everywhere.
We're in rare form
Well,
today.
you are everywhere. And you know what? We got a big show. I'm glad you guys are having me here. So, Jay, kick it off here on the Squared Circle.
Definitely. We're talking about the major events of the season for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Dieselmania 2.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's going to be, what are we? We're 7 days out of Dieselmania 2.
Well, when this airs, it'll be
The
4
19th.
or 5.
Oh, wait. When this airs, what does that mean, RJ?
I mean, we're gonna air a little this week. We're live to tape, brother.
We're live right now!
To
We're
tape.
live to tape.
And do you know that in 2 days, tomorrow will be yesterday? At least that's what I was told.
Yes.
So let's get down to brass tacks. I got the Dangerous One, Hollywood, RJ. We're talking about Dieselmania 2, Saturday, September 23rd. Whenever this airs, everybody out in ETV will be watching the Squared Circle. It is for the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund. Now, for people who don't know about Diesel, which everybody does, here's a guy, a high school student, a college student, a young man who was a 3-star athlete. Okay, this guy, Michael Diesel, if you will, played football. He played basketball. He played baseball. He was one heck of a man, and the D'Angelo family are great people, and that's truly what it's all about, giving back. Dieselmania 2, the biggest event of the year here in Connecticut. Michael, if you see it, Hollywood, right behind us.
Dieselmania 2.
There he is, Michael J. D'Angelo, Dieselmania 2. And I know I just stopped down at Paradise Alley. All the boys down there are watching. Pretty Paul Roma's down there. Slick Willie is down there, and I know that's your broadcast partner.
Right.
So go ahead, guys. Let's see what we got here. I know one thing. I feel like I'm in the Mojave Desert here in the Squared Circle. The lights are everywhere. The men behind the glass are here. We have all kinds of fans in the studio. It's pure pandemonium.
We can run it down match per match. You can tell us who you think's gonna come out as the victor. We have, I'd say, about 25 minutes or so from Fan Appreciation Day.
Nice.
And they
Footage.
had a special guest ring announcer.
Well, I'm not quite sure who that was. I heard whoever it was, he had the brain of a dehydrated BB.
Oh, man.
Or, as I like to say, the brain of a turnbuckle. But I don't want to get too crazy here. I see everybody back there. They're giving us the thumbs up. They're giving us the red light. They're ready to throw us off the air. It is what it is, Hollywood.
It isn't the first time they've been ready, and
Sure.
it won't be the last.
Very very
Well, you're right about that, Hollywood. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I know it's kind of hard to tone it down with the way I look. You know, I'm a retro guardian of chaos here.
I usually like to rein you in on commentary, but I'm just letting you do your thing.
Well, RJ, you know that when you and I do the commentary for Paradise Alley, we have to tone it down a little bit. The FCC, you know I got a problem with the FCC, so we're going to try to keep the chicanery at a minimum.
We will. Let's get to this card here. Let's see.
Let's do it. What do we got here?
Start things off with the main event.
Wow.
What more can you say? Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
A.R. Fox, an accomplished superstar in the indie scene.
Putting it lightly.
Right. Now Lucha Underground, I understand. Coming in to take on the most marketable man in professional wrestling today.
Yeah, that's going to be a barn burner for sure. I'm actually going to be talking to Richard a little later today about how he feels about that match and stuff. That'll be up online. But, yeah, no, it's going to be incredible. It's definitely Richard's toughest task to date in Paradise Alley, or probably his whole career, to be honest with you. And it's fitting that it's at the biggest show of the year as well.
So what happens here? With AR coming in, is he going to remain marketable?
I mean, you can't bet against somebody like A.R. Fox. I'm sorry. I mean, I've known Richard Holliday a long time, but
Right.
A.R. Fox is one of the best in the world today, so he's got my money. I think we get a new champ.
Well, RJ, that's bold talk, RJ Tooth. In my opinion, just speaking for the Guardian of Chaos, you know, I've been around a long time. A.R. Fox right now, Hollywood, is one of the best grapplers in the country. He's on top of his game. I'd have to say he's definitely the toughest competitor that Holliday has ever stepped into the ring with. Now, Richard Holliday is the most marketable man in Paradise Alley, perhaps in all of independent pro wrestling. Holliday's signature saying is, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Now, I have to agree with RJ. I give the edge to A.R. Fox. He's a high flyer. He's with Lucha Underground. But Richard Holliday is the Paradise Alley professional wrestling heavyweight champion. He's going to be put to the test. I have to say and disagree with my broadcast partner. I think Holliday is going to find a way to pull out the victory, retain the title at Dieselmania 2. You know what I say, Hollywood. And RJ, when in doubt, mumbled. So I'm going with Richard Holliday, although A.R. Fox, one of the best workers in the country.
I'll go over here to Dan next.
Oh, dear Lord, are we really in freaking trouble now? I got to shoot it way back again to RJ over there. I agree with RJ. RJ is the man, the myth, the legend. Never gets it wrong, or if he does, he doesn't admit it. And I got to see A.R. Fox pulling it out over Mr. Holliday.
And what about yourself, Hollywood? Now, Dangerous One went with A.R. Fox. RJ's going with A.R. You know, I took the most marketable man in wrestling. Oh, who's Hollywood like in this one?
I gotta think to myself, Holliday, with his momentum over the past year, and now he can pretty much back up when he says he's marketable. Now, A.R. Fox, you know, being a veteran and, you know, bringing everything he brings to the table.
Connecticut boy, by the way.
Is he?
Ansonia.
Ansonia.
Yes, well, the Valley.
The Valley.
Ansonia is no town to be trifled with.
I'm splitting the table here. I'm going with Holliday.
Wow.
Wow. Right down the middle.
His momentum is continuing on. Richard Holliday has a future in this business.
Well, Richard
Big
Holliday
future.
may have a future, but A.R. Fox has the experience.
That's a point well taken, Dangerous One. That's a point well taken. You guys have seen a lot of clips on A.R. Fox. Talent-wise, experience-wise, the Dangerous One is absolutely correct. He hit the nail right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Holliday may be the future, but A.R. Fox is the now. So we'll leave it there.
I like that. That was good, RJ.
Wow.
That's why they
We'll
call
leave it
him,
there.
as I like to say, the Golden Smile.
All right, well, up next here, we got House of Pain and the Pyramids of Power, 6-man tag for the PAPW Tag Team Championships.
Well, what do you think?
I got to go with my boys, the House of Pain, in this one.
I'm going with a House of Pain. House
Wow.
of Pain. Gotta get the crowd all
Well, do that.
happy.
Wait, Hollywood, do that again.
This
I like the way you do that.
Happy.
You look like a smaller version of the Ultimate Warrior when
You gotta
you do
make the
that.
crowd happy. You
Wow.
gotta put smiles on their faces.
well, Big
Pyramids
Daddy,
of Power don't put smiles on anybody's faces.
they don't, but Big Daddy, me and you have seen up close and personal for the past few months, you know, how devious they can be and what lengths they're willing to go to win. And I don't know if the House of Pain is willing to go to that same place, man. I hate to say it, I really do, but I think the Pyramids are going to pull this one out again.
Wow, RJ. And you know what wow spelled backwards is? Wow. In my opinion, their house, their rules. Not to mention that Hakeem Ali, not to be confused with Muhammad Ali, has the largest arms in Paradise Alley. And you know what I say when it comes to the Pyramids of Power? They may be the defending champions, but I say USA #1, Pyramids of Power, Haku! That's just my opinion.
And if it does mean anything, of course, at the last Autism show, House of Pain did defeat the Pyramids of Power in a 6-man tag match. Not for the titles, but, you know, it could definitely factor into things. What do we got next here?
And the House of Pain is from the mean streets of New York, so they know all about getting down and dirty.
They do.
That is a valid point.
Alright.
What's the health situation with there's a certain member of the House of Pain, I understand, he might be injured.
Yeah, Dre, he's dealing with a little something right now. I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm not really sure what the extent of it is, but
Right.
something tells me he's going to be just fine and ready to go this Saturday.
Well, as an eyewitness to Big Daddy Dre at the iconic North Haven Fair, which was the 75th anniversary of the North Haven Fair, Dre teamed up with Sergeant Murray in a tag match, and I gotta say, Dre looked pretty healthy. He's 6'4", 330 pounds.
Yeah.
So whatever injury it is that Dre has, I think that he's going to be ready for Dieselmania 2.
Very good. All right, up next here. This is the one I'm most looking forward to. I mean, it's no secret that Marcel Williams has literally cheated his way every single time out of losing that Intercontinental Championship to my namesake and personal close friend, RJ Rude. I want nothing more than to see him pull this one out. 2 out of 3 falls, I think, plays in his favor because Williams, I think, can't beat him in 2 matches out of 3. Hell, he hasn't even beaten him once yet. So I'm definitely going Rude there. What do you think, Big Daddy?
Well, RJ Rude is the heartthrob of Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. All the ladies love him. We know that. He's had a trilogy of matches with Showtime, and he's fared pretty well. I personally think RJ Rude may have his number, but let's not forget this. Showtime Marcel Williams has been the Paradise Alley Intercontinental Champion for coming up on almost 250 days.
The Saturday will be 252.
All right, so I knew you would have that number right down, because when you have a hammer in your hand, everything else looks like a nail.
True.
So that's what I could say. It's going to be a tough matchup. Showtime has held on to the belt, like RJ said, for a long time. But RJ Rude, he's a young up-and-comer, and let me tell you something, the ladies go crazy with this. You know what, Hollywood? You could literally find a pair of panties and rub them on RJ Rude's abdominal section, and it'd be like back in the day when you used to wash your clothes that way. Right on RJ Rude's abs. I don't know if we can say that here on TV. RJ, don't get crazy. It's okay. It's okay. The FCC's not here.
Oh, they're here.
Are they here?
That's why we're live to
Well,
tape.
wait, maybe I should go hide somewhere at the FCC. Listen, if Dangerous Dan could be on the squared circle, the FCC doesn't throw him off the air, then the Guardian of Chaos could be here.
True. Very true. Very true.
I'm just saying.
True. All right, Jay, what are you thinking?
200.
It doesn't matter what you're saying. Let me tell you, anybody with the name of Williams is starting out from behind. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. RJ Rude may have the advantage in this one, and of course with that anchor around his neck, his opponent of having that name of Williams, it doesn't look good. You got to go with RJ in this one.
252 days.
Chump sucker.
You chump sucker. That's right. You know that's what Showtime calls everybody. Chump sucker.
Chump sucker.
Well, say it one more time.
Chump sucker.
Chump sucker.
Now say it with feeling.
Say what?
Chump sucker.
Wow, Hollywood's got it down.
I got it
Showtime
down.
would be proud. So give us your prediction.
252 days now. That when he won the match, I can't remember. Back in February, I believe.
January.
January. That ladder match was incredible.
It was.
It was incredible. It was like Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels.
He also needed Ty
Wow.
Shine to win that one to begin with. Just saying.
So there's a lot to be said about performing in a ladder match here in PAPW. It definitely thrilled the crowd. So he brings that to the table.
And from what the ladies tell me, you know nothing about performing.
Oh boy.
We're gonna have to edit that one out.
Was that
That's
a
the
shot
one-
at Hollywood J? Listen, this is what happens when you're live and you got the Guardian of Chaos here.
I love how Jay said that's the thing that's gonna have to be edited out.
Why just that one thing? Why that? It's okay, Hollywood. It's okay. You are Hollywood
I'm
J.
Hollywood J.
We don't care what the women say.
All right.
Enough said. RJ Root.
Enough
I'm
said.
predicting that.
Well, speaking of the ladies here, a good transition. We have Christina
Wait.
Marie.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you might have to pop those glasses off.
Wait, what's going on?
We have
Wow.
Christina Marie and one of the best in the world today, Deonna Purrazzo. I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to pick here. I'd imagine it's pretty unanimous, but Christina Marie is a solid competitor. I've got to give it to her. She's been training hard. I mean, we last saw her in, I believe it was December. She's essentially a different person than she was then. So she's got a better chance than I'd say most people would think. But Deonna's one of the best in the world, so I think she's got this.
Well, I'm going to save that to say this. Deonna Purrazzo was in Women of Honor. She's very well experienced. I believe she took her physical for the WWE. I believe she's this close, Chiquito, for all our Spanish-speaking friends out there, to signing with the WWE. Christina Marie is no one to be trifled with as far as female grapplers go. She's a beautiful lady. She's well qualified. But as I'm going to have to agree with my broadcast partner, Deonna Purrazzo is one tough lady. She's very experienced, and she's on the pinnacle right now of making it into the WWE.
You know, I think I've actually seen her compete in NXT here and there.
She has.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
She's actually competed for WWE, Ring of Honor, and TNA all in the same year. I mean, how many people can you say have done that?
You're just a wealth of knowledge, RJ. You are a wealth of knowledge, unlike myself, who is the fountain of misinformation. I'm just saying, I want to throw it out there for all the fans. And you know who I know is watching today? I want to give a shout out to my boy Adam Parati and my girl Olivia Coyle at East Haven High School, because they run The Hive, and I know The Hive is watching right now out there. So a big shout out to East
The
Haven
Hive.
School and The Hive. They will be at Dieselmania too.
The
Trust
Hive.
me, The Hive. Well, Jay, you know why they call it The Hive?
No, I don't.
Well, this is East
We're
Haven.
the Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow
Of
Jackets.
course.
When's the last time you were stung by a bee?
Oh,
And I don't mean that girl I
Right.
saw you with at J. Ruse. I don't want to get crazy here, Hollywood.
quite many years ago when I was a little Hollywood.
When you were a little Hollywood, as opposed to what?
What I am now.
Or what are you now?
An older but still little Hollywood.
An older, smarter Hollywood.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with
If
that,
this
Hollywood.
is smarter, brother, we're in trouble.
All right,
Deonna
guys.
Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo in this one.
You're on DP? All right.
Experience is counting there. You have to.
What are you saying, Dangerous Dan?
This is East Haven. This is Deonna Purrazzo. You have to go with the experience. You got to go with the wisdom inside and outside the ring. We got to go with Deonna Purrazzo.
All right.
So it's pretty much unanimous here
That's
across the
unanimous.
board on a
Yeah,
squared
That's
circle.
across
Absolutely.
the board right there. It's
Excellent.
going to be a good match, though.
It will.
Right.
Okay. Woof. Haas fight, huh? Jeez. I mean, we all saw how this one came about.
Right.
At the Rumble in Paradise, we saw Big Jim throw Sergeant Murray through the middle rope. Of course, you have to throw him over the top rope to win the Rumble match. Because of that, Sergeant Murray has been granted this opportunity, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen him lately, but he is ready to dish out something fierce after being cheated.
Well, I'm going to say that to say this. I know a funeral when I see one, a rat when I smell one, and a bad moon when it rises. Sergeant Murray is my man. He's a true American hero for serving this country. but I'm gonna say this. Jim Anderson, Big Jim Anderson with DG Haven and the Church of Haven. He is the United States Heavyweight Champion. Although I love the Sarge, I'm gonna have to, because of DG Haven, go with Big Jim Anderson to retain the United States Heavyweight title. That's just my opinion.
What do you think, Jay?
I'm going with a Sarge.
Wow. Okay.
It's not a bad call. It's that this match is very close. Both large men.
Yeah. What do you think?
Dieselmania too.
It is. It is.
I'm going with a Sarge.
The hottest ticket in town.
We're actually within our 25 minutes of footage for fan appreciation. We do though on the same hand have a message that was sent to Sergeant Murray via Big Jim.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Right. But I'm still going with
Wait, hold on. We didn't ask the dangerous one who he wants. We know who you want. Who does he want? We know who RJ
We're going there.
I
We're going there right now,
didn't even
man.
predict anybody
I'm
yet.
telling you. Well, if Big Jim Anderson is a human wrecking ball, if it was anybody else, I got to go with Big Jim Anderson. But seeing as it's Sergeant Murray, Stars and Stripes, fans love him inside and outside. He's been jacked up, stacked up, waiting to tear apart Big Jim Anderson. And I got to say, this is the night he does it.
Okay. Well.
Wow, so I went out on a limb again by myself.
Well, I'm gonna actually have to agree with you, Big Daddy. I may have said that Sergeant Murray was,
My partner.
he may be more focused and everything than ever, but he's also a very angry individual, and Big Jim and DG Haven know how to feed off that and play it to their advantage as opposed to Murray's. And one misstep and one clothesline and Murray's done. So I'm going with Jim as well.
Oh, okay. There you have it, folks.
Okay. We have Spectacular JC will also be in action with Big Steve Tracy. We all know and love him here in East Haven.
Of course.
Well, I'm going to say that it's excellent to have the 5-star spectacle JC there. El Gigante. He's literally 6'6", about 280 pounds. He doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. And for him to be there, and I'm going to go out on a limb. Joe, I know you're watching, Mayor Joe. Sal Maltese, my good friend, I know you're watching also. I know the Board of Education is watching also. But I'm going to put a prediction here. Hop, I don't know if you agree with this dangerous one. But Big Steve Tracy, Steve the bail bondsman, in my opinion, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's going to make a lot of people unhappy, except for maybe Big Steve. You're next mayor of East Haven, Connecticut. I'm going out on a limb here, and I know a lot of people aren't happy about it. I see Hop is ready to fall over here. I read a lot of your stuff in the Courier, Hop. Don't think I don't know it's you sending in the editorials about all the politics here in East Haven. So I'm going to back off. But Big Steve, I love him, and you never know what can happen come election time here in East Haven, Connecticut. Let's not get too political.
Very true. Well, we also have Booker T as well. No, not to transition too quick there.
Booker T.
Will
It's
be
a great
signing
transition. It's a great transition.
from one grade to another. Yeah.
Correct.
So Booker T will be there, of course, signing autographs from 5 o'clock to 7. You do have to buy a ticket to the show in order to get into the autograph signing. I know there's been a lot of confusion with that, but yes, you do have to buy a ticket to the
Well,
show.
There shouldn't be any confusion. I'm going to let you guys talk, so go ahead. But there shouldn't be any confusion. The bottom line is, it's for the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund. It's for a good cause. It's raising money for a family that means a lot to this community. The Board of Education, East Haven High School, they've done a great job. Paradise Alley. And to get 5-time, can you dig it?
Five
sucker?
time.
That a boy, Hollywood. Booker T from Harlem Heat, Hall of Famer. Of course you have to purchase a ticket for the event to get in and see a legend. He's a
Right.
Hall of Famer. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys have something to say, and I'll cut you off all day, all night, because that's what I do.
No, just the question was, you pay to get in and meet Booker T. Is there an additional charge for his autograph?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, of course, Hollywood. You've
yeah.
been involved in autograph sessions. I sat in line one time for 25 minutes just to
Right.
get a picture with you. I had to
Just
be
trying
crazy.
to clear everything up, that's all.
Yeah, it's going to be first for an autograph 8x10, others for the picture combo, and for general.
Well, very inexpensive compared to a lot of WWE stars that go out to the independent shows.
Yeah.
So, You know, a lot of people out there in this town are hardworking people, good people here in the community. But, you know, everything that's going to be raised as getting into the building and getting into the event is going to the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Foundation. A big shout out also to the East Haven Yellow Jacket Club, who will be running concessions. All the wrestlers from East Haven High School, the varsity team, are volunteering their time to help out. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things for Dieselmania 2, so you got to lay it down to get in. It's just that simple.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, $40 gets you a picture with Booker T, you get an autograph, and you get a full eight matches. You know what I mean? Full card. So you can't really go wrong, like Big
And
Daddy
you get to
said.
see Booker T. That's worth the price of admission alone. Forget about A.R. Fox, Deonna, Richard Holliday, Big Jim. I mean, listen, well, us, I don't even know if we're going to be seen that day. I don't know what's going to happen that day, RJ. It might be pure chaos, but it's going to be a big event. You guys have talked about it. Now, you guys are historians of the game. You've been in this business for a long time. Give me your opinion of Booker T and his past. I want to hear what the panel has to say. The fans out there in East Haven and on YouTube and on ETV want to find out what you have to say.
He's one of the greats.
My first memory of Booker T as a kid was watching Stone Cold beat him up and down the aisles of a supermarket, and instantly he became one of my favorites.
What were you doing in the supermarket?
No, it was on a television show. I do frequent the supermarket pretty often, as you can tell.
Well, if you swing by, give me a box of Oreos, please. Double stuff?
Gotcha.
Double stuff Oreos, please.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
And
I'll put it on the list.
none of those little ding dong things, you know.
Wait, hold on, Hop. Did you say ding dong?
Nobody likes ding dongs.
Now with that, this my man! Shama-lama, rama-lama, ding dong. Well, let me not get crazy here. It's Squared Circle. It's my first time here on ETV.
You're excited.
Well, not only am I excited, this doesn't get any better than this. Do you see all the people out here? I just hope they don't start throwing water bottles or fruit or tomatoes or anything like this. The men behind the glass got to control this. Where's security?
I don't know, man. Big Daddy, you're usually the security. That's why.
Well, I am the
Right.
guardian of chaos, so it is what it is. Go ahead, you guys talk. Don't let me distract you. I'm gonna cover up my face because I know that's what the people in here in East Haven want me to
Well, we
do.
gotta get to these clips.
Go ahead, get to the clips.
All right, yeah. We'll
Get to these
pull up
clips.
to these
We
fan
keep talking.
appreciation clips.
You go right over it. It's buffering.
There we go.
Buffer, I don't even know her. Now, what are we watching? Are we watching Ty Shine and RJ Rude?
Yep.
We're watching Ty Shine and RJ Rude, and I wonder who that referee is.
Slick Willie.
Slick Willie.